If you think Candida takes weeks to fix, you've already been misled, and honestly, that belief might be the exact reason your symptoms keep coming back. What I'm about to show you isn't another slow, restrictive plan or some generic advice you've heard 100 times. This is a 24-hour reset strategy that can start weakening Candida almost immediately. And yeah, most people have never even heard of it. The crazy part? Some of the healthy habits you're doing right now could actually be feeding it. So, before you take another bite, sip, or supplement, you need to see this, because what happens in the next few minutes could completely change how fast your body starts responding. You've probably heard that getting rid of Candida takes weeks, months, maybe even strict miserable diets that drain your energy and your motivation. But what if I told you that within the next 24 hours, you can create a measurable shift inside your body that begins to weaken Candida almost immediately? Not in theory, not in some long-term eventually you'll feel better way. I'm talking about a real, noticeable disruption that you can feel. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Most people who try to fight Candida are unknowingly doing the exact things that help it survive. So if you've been dealing with bloating that doesn't make sense, sugar cravings that feel out of control, brain fog that slows you down, or that frustrating cycle where you feel better for a bit and then everything comes back, this isn't random, there's a pattern behind it. And once you see it, you can break it. But you need to stay with me, because the biggest mistake people make happens right after they think they understand the basics, and that's exactly why Candida keeps winning. Let's get grounded in what's actually happening inside your body, because this context is what separates random advice from results. Candida is a type of yeast that naturally exists in your system, but under certain conditions it overgrows. And when it overgrows, it doesn't just sit there quietly. It adapts, it feeds, and it strengthens its hold. Most traditional advice tells you to slowly manage it. Cut a little sugar here, add a supplement there, and hope for gradual improvement. But here's the truth backed by real, biological mechanisms. Candida responds far more dramatically to sudden environmental shifts than slow ones. In other words, if you change everything at once, its food source, its environment, and its competition, you don't just slow it down, you shock the system. That's the strategy we're using. This is not about comfort, this is about control. The first move, and honestly this is non-negotiable, is an immediate aggressive cut of sugar and refined carbohydrates. Not reduce, not be mindful, completely remove them for the next 24 hours. That means no sweets, no bread, no pasta, no fruit juices, and yes, even those healthy snacks that secretly spike your blood sugar. So, just imagine this for a moment. Every time sugar enters your body, it's basically like pouring fuel directly onto Candida. It thrives on glucose, it multiplies faster, it strengthens its grip on your gut lining. But the moment you remove that fuel, something powerful happens. Its growth slows, its activity drops, and it becomes more vulnerable. This isn't guesswork. This is a direct cause and effect relationship. And here's the psychological shift I want you to lock in. You are not restricting yourself. You are strategically starving the very thing that's been draining your energy. That's not deprivation. That's leverage. Now, here's where most people stop. And honestly, that's exactly why they fail. Because starving Candida is only half the equation. If you want to create a real 24-hour shift, you need to apply pressure from the other side. This is where targeted antifungal compounds come in. And I'm not talking about random supplements you saw online. I'm talking about compounds that have documented effects on yeast cells. Things like garlic, coconut oil, and oregano oil. Garlic contains lysine, which has been shown to disrupt fungal cell membranes. Coconut oil provides caprylic acid, which can penetrate and break down yeast structures. Oregano oil is potent, extremely potent, and has compounds that actively inhibit fungal growth. Now, picture this happening inside your body. Candida is already weakened because it's losing its fuel source, and now these compounds are directly attacking it. This is what creates that shock effect. You're not giving it time to adapt, you're hitting it from multiple angles at once, and this is where authority matters, because this approach isn't based on trends, it's based on how organisms respond to stress and survival threats. You are essentially overwhelming its ability to cope. But we're not done, and this next step is where real, lasting change begins. Because even if you weaken Candida, if you don't change the environment that allowed it to grow in the first place, it will come back. That's not a possibility, it's a pattern. So step 3 is about restoring balance inside your gut as quickly as possible. This means introducing beneficial bacteria through high-quality probiotics, or fermented foods like unsweetened yogurt or kefir. And I want you to visualize this clearly. Your gut is like a crowded space. Right now, Candida has taken up more room than it should. When you introduce beneficial bacteria, you're not just adding something new, you're creating competition. These bacteria fight for the same space, the same nutrients, and they produce substances that make it harder for Candida to thrive. This is critical because it shifts the entire ecosystem. And here's the deeper insight. You're not just removing a problem, you're replacing it with a system that defends itself. That's the difference between temporary relief and long-term control. Now let's talk about something that most people underestimate, and it quietly sabotages everything if ignored: stress and sleep. You can follow every dietary step perfectly, but if your body is in a constant state of stress, you are still creating an environment where Candida can survive. Here's why. When your stress levels are high, your body produces more cortisol. And elevated cortisol doesn't just affect your mood, it suppresses parts of your immune system and disrupts your gut balance. That creates an opening. Candida takes advantage of that opening. So for the next 24 hours, your goal is to actively reduce stress inputs. That means prioritizing sleep, staying hydrated, and engaging in low-intensity movement like walking. This isn't optional, it's strategic, because when your body is calm, your internal defenses become more effective, and when your defenses are strong, Candida has fewer opportunities to regain control. Think of it this way, you're not just fighting Candida, you're strengthening the system that keeps it in check. Now pause for a second and look at what you've done within just one day. You've removed the primary fuel source that feeds Candida. You've introduced compounds that actively weaken it. You've restored beneficial bacteria that compete against it. And you've reduced the internal stress signals that allow it to thrive. This is not a single tactic, it's a coordinated strategy. And that's why it works faster than anything most people try. Because while others are making small, gradual changes, you're creating a complete environmental shift, and your body responds to that shift immediately. But here's the part that determines whether this works once or keeps working, because feeling better in 24 hours is powerful, but keeping Candida from coming back is what actually changes your life. And the key is not perfection, it's consistency with the principles you just applied. You don't have to eliminate sugar forever, but you do need to control it. You don't need to overload on supplements, but you do need to maintain balance in your gut, and you can't ignore stress and expect your body to stay stable. This is where most people slip. They treat the solution like a temporary fix instead of a repeatable system, but now you know better. And here's something I want you to really think about. Once you experience that initial shift, once you feel even a slight reduction in bloating, a bit more clarity, fewer cravings, you've crossed a line, because now you have proof. Not from a video, not from an article, from your own body. And when you have that proof, your decisions change. You stop guessing. You stop jumping from one random solution to another. You start refining what works. So here's your challenge. Don't just watch this and move on. Test it. Give yourself 24 hours of full commitment. No shortcuts, no almost, no exceptions. Because the difference between people who stay stuck and people who break out of cycles like this isn't knowledge. It's execution. And right now, you have a strategy that most people never apply correctly. The question is, what are you going to do with it?